yeah, I was just helping out Owen with something as he was walking out the door. So I humbly apologize. I'm just going to make sure we're all live and everything's working for us. It is. So hello, my name is Woodbridge. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Australia. So I'm on the central coast of New South Wales, which is about an hour and a half north of Sydney. Today is a lovely day. It's actually really quite warm. I was out this morning running a few errands and an appointment and stuff like that. It was really warm. I touched my car and I went, ow, that's hot. So yes, not fun at all. Oh, and popped in, but she won't be able to be live today. So welcome. Please make sure that you say hi in the comments. And hello, Cheryl, how are you? Say hi in the comments whether you're here live or whether you are here on the replay. I love to know that you're here and I love saying hello to you all. So I've buried what we're playing with today. I have a task today. I have my cousin's baby shower on Saturday and I was all prepared, and I did say on Tuesday's video that I wanted to use the Storybook Designer Series paper. I went to check the Storybook Designer Series paper and it's all sold out. So it was on the last chance list, and right at the end of last month it sold out. So I had to change tact, and I thought, so we don't know what she's having. She also doesn't know what she's having. Otherwise she's got a really good poker face. But I thought the Darling Dinos might be quite good in the gender neutral stakes. So I've got that. I've also got the matching dies, and I'm not sure where we're going today, but I'm also on a bit of a time crunch. Not too bad of a time crunch. Hello, Beryl. How are you? So yes, I think I've got my iPad here next to me, and I think I'm going to look up some designer series papers that might either inspire what colors I use today, because I was thinking of using this baby here because I know the whole gender thing. This one reminds me of a female, this one reminds me of a male, and I have used this one recently, and I have got the, sorry, I'll try and grab it out, and it's actually almost destroyed, it's bent. I made this one recently for Owen for his birthday. So, and I did it in a male. So, yes. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome. So, I would love to know which dinosaur or dinosaurs you think I should use. She is only having one baby, but using two isn't an issue for me. And as I said, I am going to look up some designer series paper, see if I want to use it in conjunction with the dinosaurs or if I just want to use it as inspiration, because inspiration hasn't quite struck, because I think I have my heart set on using the Storybook Moments designer series paper, and that got ripped away from me. Because I do like to use products that, at least in Australia, can be ordered. So that's kind of where my mindset is at the moment. So yes, or is it me? I'm not frozen, so maybe refresh. Triceratops is your favorite dinosaur. Oh, you have a plushy one, Charlotte. I'm going to flip around, but I'm going to talk to you while I flip around. We've kind of had the conversation here that the Triceratops dinosaur reminds me of Sarah from Land Before Time. And I have coloured her in Sarah's colours. And I do have some puppets, some plastic puppets from my childhood of Land Before Time here in my study, actually. I could probably pretty much put my hands on them. But I'm not going to today. But I have done that colouring before. I think we're pretty good. I think I just have to get the lights, and I've got my iPad here, and we'll look for some inspiration. Now, I'm also just going to look. Now, I'm showing you something. I hope none of my family are watching this. This is something that my mother knitted for a gift. So it's got some love hearts in it. And it, I'm going to get the colour wheel while I'm standing. So it is pretty much pre-peacock. So Mum kind of went gender neutral. It's beautiful. It's acrylic, so she can very easily wash it. So that may give us some inspiration, because apparently I'm making the card and wrapping or gift bagging the present. I think I'm just going to wrap that in some tissue paper. Hey Margaret, how are you? Well, Charlotte, it depends on your age. I am in my mid-40s, so, and I think I was a little bit older when it was around. I don't think I was super young, but I certainly do remember it. Hey Lisa. Okay, I'm just going to remove the stamp set. So we've got the inspiration starting spot of some pretty peacock to match the knitted blanket. Hey Dawn, how are you? Okay, so I want to go to Safari, and I want to go here. That's what we were looking at the other day. So I'm on a customer, as you would see the website as a customer. So I'm going to go shop by, and I'm going to go, oh no, I don't want to go shop by. Shop products is what I want to go to, and I want to go down to paper and packaging, and I want to go pattern paper first. And I'm pretty much got all the designer series paper anyway, almost. I don't have all of the online exclusives, but I do have a lot of the other. Now, I know I also could have gone for a very flowery card because we're celebrating Mum as well, but I thought it is beautiful. Mum made one for one of her work colleagues. So when we found out my cousin was pregnant, she went, I'm going to make another one for her. So yeah, it's really beautiful. And then I've got her some, there's an Aussie company called Mugu that does skincare, organic skincare and baby things, and they do a baby box. So I like buying that for new mums. Hello, other Cheryl Ma, how are you? Not very often we get two Cheryls here. Cheryl Wilt will have to share the name today. So yeah, we've got that, and we were asked to bring a book to put on a bookshelf. And what Dave and I went shopping, and what we ended up getting was a board book collection that has Aussie nursery rhymes. So that's what we're going to put. And they just want us to write a message, which is a bit hard on a board book, but I think I've got it worked out, and to put on a bookshelf for the baby, which I thought was really cute. But that was in lieu of a card. And I said, you're killing the card maker here, and I'm allowed to make a card. Okay, Cheryl, if Cheryl Ma will, maybe Cheryl Ma doesn't quite know what the counting is involved. When things go wrong, now Peaceful Garden might be the way to go. Yeah, Cheryl Ma might not quite know about our counting. When things don't go our way or my way during a video, Cheryl counts to 10 for me, so I don't say bad words on a live video. Now, Timeless Plaid may work, and I kind of had that in my head. So 6x6 Timeless Plaid, but I'm also thinking now here, Peaceful Garden, sorry about my notifications here, Peaceful Garden is looking quite pretty peacock, but I don't think that is one of the colours in there. It's not, but on the screen, whoa, on the screen it is looking very much that colour. Sorry, I'm just going to, let's scroll down. Painterly Pears, that actually has possibly, and I haven't used Painterly Pears at all. It's Secret Sea. The Secret Sea is looking very pretty peacock on this screen for me. Okay. I don't think the pears quite suit the dinosaurs, but we do have like B-sides that we can work with. So sing out with what you think might work. I will catch up with all those messages later. Or do I go for something like yellow and green? Like, because we're going gender neutral, because we don't know what the sex of the baby is. And that is totally fine. I mean, I personally found out with both my kids, found out what I was having. But it is all very much personal preference. I'm going to have a look at the specialty paper as well and see if there is anything in there. Now, the Wildflower Birthday may actually be something that will work because we've got some lovely soft colours in there. So we've got Pool Party. So the B-sides of this is looking quite good. And we have this really nice stripe. Now, this Wildflower Birthday Collection specialty paper is on last chance. So I think I might get that out and celebrate it before it goes. Oh, I could, and I will do that. Tans, browns, greys, yes. And greens and all of those things as well. Sorry, I've just moved you all so I can get out that paper without causing an avalanche here. Okay, it is not where I expected it to be. So it won't be in annual catalogue. I think, oh my dear word. Okay, I have caused an avalanche here, so just bear with me a second. I need my go-go gadget arms. Okay, so I need to put this paper file in first. This one can stay out for a second. Yes, I definitely need to be going through my papers and reorganizing them so I can find them more easily, because I have them separated into catalogue. So I've got annual catalogue, I've got mini catalogue, online exclusives, and I have last chance list. So that kind of helps me find things. Now, Charlotte, I am going to have a look at Pretty in Peacock, but I have a feeling we don't have it in any of our designer series papers. So I'm just in the search bar, but it was kind of a starting point. Well, I don't need those. Press the little, really? Third time lucky? And search. Okay, so these are all the things. Well, okay, so we really do, we've got the basics in Pretty Peacock. So refill, ink pad, two-tone, designer series paper, A4 cardstock, blends. So everything else is Pretty in Pink. Oh, we have some embellishments, the Painted Wishes kit, which actually I don't think I own. Let me have a look at that kit. I did wonder. No, I actually don't own that kit. I'm pretty sure I don't. It's not ringing any bells in my head. I never got that designer series paper. Heirloom arrangements is probably not where I was going. Oh, I do have Thoughtful Journey, actually. So we're going to have a bit of a choice here. I'm sure I've got Thoughtful Journey. Yes, I do have Thoughtful Journey, and there is the paper right there that I just saw. So this is the Gorgeous, but I don't think I have much of that left because it looks like I've done Christmas trees out of it. Scroll down. I don't think that's very... I do have the Turtley Turtles. Oh, we do, probably because they're Pretty in Pink. We do, no. Okay, cool. So we've had a look, I've had away, otherwise this card is not getting done, and I'm not getting to my hair colour appointment this afternoon. So let's have a look, because there's nothing saying I can't actually mix these two designer series papers. Okay, so okay, so I have used this quite a bit, but I do have a decent sized piece, and I love the watermarking on this one. Okay, let's have a look and see what I have, because I have used a lot of this paper and it's gorgeous, so I can't wait to see what my cousin has baby wise. Well, it will be a baby, but I can't wait to make the baby card with the baby's name and all of those things. So then we can have fun. And I was thinking about using the cracked egg, like kind of make it a series. Haha, I do have a full piece. Okay, great. So I have a starting point. And you know, we're only 22 minutes into the video, or 20. I think I'm going to need help. Oh dear. So as long as I've left here by 2:45 my time, we're fine. But I also do have to have lunch before that happens. Okay, so I've got our wildflower birthday. I'm not sure that I'm going to use the flowers, but we do have some very, very pretty papers. Oh, now they're possibly a bit more pink than what I was thinking, but we're celebrating, so does the cake work? Yes, the egg's going to be really, really cute when the baby actually comes. Now, I really like this soft sea foam. I don't know if the two of them go together, but I really like the soft sea foam. I have used, I'm not sure on the blingy, so we could use the cakes because it's a celebration, and I do think it's going to be super duper cute kind of celebration. There is more paper in here, but it didn't want to come out in the first place. Okay, so that's that. Ah, see, I thought that was more yellow and less peach pie. Okay, just having a look at our A-sides. So that is actually quite a good tag because that has all the colours on it, and that might have, we might be able to put a very cute dinosaur on that tag. What are we thinking? And then, although I'm now looking at it thinking, I'm not sure that that tag really goes with, because it's got no green in it. So it doesn't particularly go with the soft sea foam. Decisions, guys. And I'll get the other stripe. I mean, the other stripe goes nicely, but I don't know. I feel it's too pink. I don't know. And no one said anything about the cakes. Not that I'd use that big cake. I don't know the cakes and dinosaurs go. I'm all kinds of kerfuffled. So please tell me what you think so I can go in a direction. And it's more with colours as well. That's kind of where I'm looking at going. Okay, so let's do this. If it's a baby shower, there will be cake, right? Absolutely there will be cake. But now we do have, the game just changed. But I did want to use my darling Dinos. This cake is actually quite gender neutral, but it's a very big cake. And not that that's a bad thing, but I could do that with the dinosaur on the side. But I do think that peach pie cake is very sweet. There might be balloons, so that one may go very well. Okay. Cut this pedestal off. Now that is a good idea, Charlotte. Yes, okay. So, and that would look lovely on our paper. I'm getting somewhere, I'm liking this. Okay, so even if I don't cut the pedestal off, it's all still okay. So we like the Triceratops, and if we use, actually, peach pie. No, it's not peach pie. I'm looking at pecan pie. Now, I'm going to cheat and use my colour wheel that I got at an event that has peach pie. Pumpkin pie. Okay. Now, nothing's saying that these actually look really good together. So I could use like light pretty peacock with the peach pie for a dinosaur. And then I still think I want to, although that one's the one that's going to come out of the egg really well. So this is the egg. And if you do 2 parts and then put a dinosaur in there, it's so stinking cute. Just so cute. Which one do I use? I've used this one quite a bit, so it's out. If I'm going to use this one for the egg, I'm going to use the Triceratops. But I think I'm going to make, and I want to say her, but it's an it. I'm going to make it more, I think I'm abandoning Pretty Peacock because I really do like this colour combo. So we've got Pool Party, Peach Pie, and we've got Soft Sea Foam. Oh, it's such a hard thing. I'm so sorry, guys. I do make big sounds. I'm sorry if you heard that zapping in the background. My bug zapper that just sits in my kitchen just made a huge kill. I might actually stamp 2 of these. Okay, and if I don't like the Pretty Peacock, I can change tact. So I'm not going to use black, I'm going to use basic grey. Well, okay. Were they really? Really? But to procreate, they needed male ones. Okay. So, I have my 2 dinosaurs. I'm going to close this. I found my scissors the other day. One, Mr. Owen had stolen them. Well, he'd used them and he left them in the medicine box. And I was looking for a box of multivitamins, thinking they were in the medicine box, and I found my scissors. Yes, that was one of the contingency way. I see. Owen would be absolutely horrified that I did not know that information, because he's a dinosaur kid and always has been. I just need a scrap of basic white for my colour swatch, because you know I always swatch my colours. So, well, that one almost got dropped. Well, now I know, yes. Maybe I may flex my knowledge at some stage. Okay, so that end is, ouch, significantly darker. Can the lid go on? There we go. So that was the dark, and let's swatch the light. Okay, see, I like the light. I think the light is a very, very pretty colour. Okay, the two lights are actually very similar. So see, the light is very pretty. So what I am thinking, I do need to use a little bit of the dark. So I'm just going to go in sections, and I think this colouring will work. So what I want to use on the main body, use the Pretty in Peacock, and then for the details, use Peach Pie, because they do look very good together. So I'm going to start here. And I totally went out of line there. Not helpful, but you know, it's all good. Okay, let's start there. Yes, I am going to leave it open for the moment. So what I want to do is maybe leave, and I do have a pretty bodgy end to this, so I have to be a little bit careful. So I'm just really trying to blend this dark out whilst being very, very careful of the areas where I would like to add. Now those toes I've gone over, that's fine, I can deal with that. Now coming up to here, I've already gone over some. Now I do actually, I'm not loving this, so I think I'm going to have to, I think it's gone too dark already. I think I'm going to have to just use, do you know what? I'm not loving that either. Okay. I think I'm just going to use the, so I'm just going over big areas with my brush end, and then I am going into these more delicate areas with this. So this whole back leg is going to be quite dark, and I'm just using very fine shadow lines. Okay, so just to keep it a little bit more delicate. Okay, liking that so much better than this one. Oh, thank you so much, Cheryl. I do appreciate the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm make you find me again easier, and it does help other people find us as well, because we do like other people finding us. Now, a little bit of patience helped that immensely. Now we are on to the face. So you can see I did just do an area at a time. And here, and then I'm going to flick to this end, and under all the horns we are going to have a little shadow. Now I know I have some little bits here, but they're likely going to be in shadow. And under the mouth, I'm just going to trace that line, and probably at the back of the head as well. And just do a little bit there. Okay, I am finished with this. So we've just ended up using the light Pretty Peacock. Now I'm going to get out Peach Pie. And look, I've managed to get it all over myself. So, is this Peach Pie? Did I grab the right one? I did. So let's do some swatching here. So that's apparently my dark, and this is my light. So they work very well together. I'm happy with that. So we are going to, I'm going to do the frill first. I don't know if it's actually called a frill or not, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, carefully go around those edges, and I can always go in with a little bit more dark just to add in some more definition, which I actually think we need. Toes. I do have some bits I've missed. Now this is the darker one. I'm just going to, okay. So this will, because this is already wet, it will blend in really nicely. I think I want to make these toes a little bit darker, just so we've got a little bit of colour variation. Now I'm not sure what to do for the horns, so taking some suggestions here. Now I do like this so far, but I think the horns should be a different colour. Okay, there we go. Now I do need my light. I'm going to need a very steady hand here. Now, going a little bit outside the lines, but that's okay. That's why we have the colour lifter. Yes, it is called ivory. Okay, that is a very good suggestion. Now I'm just going to put colour lifter. I'll go through a few times actually and just put, they're pretty much the only places, just a little bit at the bottom. Now this one is the dark, this one is the light. Okay, I just want to get a few places, even though I know that is an ear, but I'm just going to go in with the dark. Now my ivory is, it's a bit of a funny colour. I know I went to use it, ouch, recently, and I think that end is basically nothing. You can barely see any colour with the bullet end. And I think this is actually very yellow. And that, exactly, Charlotte, exactly. This might actually work. So they do have colour, and that would have been a really good colour for the toes too. Just putting it out there, but the toes are now the colour that I made them. Actually, most of that colour has gone already. Oh, and I just have a little titch here. Now, I could darken up our horns, or I could just go in and just darken up some sections. So this is a really good way. Using the same colour in multiple layers allows you to darken up, but I'm not sure it's working as I desired. But I'm more than happy to leave that like that because it's coloured, but it's not competing with the other two colours, because that is quite competing, but it's complementary at the same time. So you can see that up close. Not perfect. I'm glad I did two, because that one is definitely too dark and this one is a lot finer. So we're going to, oops, wrong one. We're going to pop all of our lids back on and look at constructing our cart. Yes, the right lids on the right containers. Yes, that is right. That is right, because there are dark and light lids. Although I'm not convinced I have the right ones on. I don't know, they look very similar. It doesn't matter. They are written on what they are. Keep on knocking the glass mat today. Okay. So we did just use, not that I don't think I'll use, I will use the dies because I will cut out our little dinosaur. Thank you guys. I'm glad you like it. Okay. So we're just going to cut this in half. It's only paper. It's all good. It goes in the recycling really, really well. Ink pads out of the way. So whilst we're here, we will get, and I will always see this dinosaur as Sarah, we will get Sarah's die out. And whilst I'm here, I'm going to do some size comparisons. So if we cut off the bottom, like the pedestal, she would sit like that, or on the, yeah, she looks a lot like a midget if we have like that. I'm unsure, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut her out first. Okay, so I have my machine, I have my plates, and I'm a little short on a sentiment because I'm not sure any of these sentiments will particularly work for a baby shower. Oh, I love them too. I got into very big trouble one year because I sold one of my dino sets and Owen got very cross. I could make a single layer cake, but I do like the double layer. But let's cut this out, and I'm going to cut down. Okay, that looks good. And I think the Pretty Peacock actually works as a colour, so I think we're pretty safe there, and matching the gift. Okay, like I want to put celebrate or something like that in there. So just while my die is alone, I'm just going to, oh, it is magnetic. Oh my word, that die cut absolutely perfectly. I could not replicate that if I tried. Okay, plates away for the moment. I can always get them out if needed. So I'm going to get the trimmer And we are going to, for the moment, just make this 1/2 centimetre smaller. So I'm going for 10 centimetres as I move the whole piece of paper. So we're on the 10 centimetre mark here. I can always cut it down if required, but this is just for sizing purposes. So just 1/2 centimetre smaller on both sides, and then we can work out whether we're landscape, portrait, all of those fun things. Okay, so the cake is actually quite big. So I'm not even sure this works. I think it has to be a landscape cut. And we are going to cut off this pedestal right now. And we may need something to put these on. Okay, so we just now have a cake. I've just got to snip these edges off. Now that does look more manageable. I think it'd be hilarious if she had an orange cake and I just knew something, but we shall see. So that, much better size wise. Let's remove those pieces, and I need the dinosaur looking at the cake. So I need to find some kind of appropriate to a very special someone. That works. Christmas. Peace, love, and joy. Sending love. Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. I don't think our not 29 anymore is going to work. Okay. Yes, I could make a single layer cake. I'd like to hear your suggestions. So wishing you lots of love. So I've got to a special someone. Wishing, see, the wishing is very big. Lots of love. Okay, the wishing's too big. Could put love you, but once again the love's very big. Nope. Congratulations with love. Anyone stop me? We've got the let's celebrate. And then I could write, let's celebrate your impending bubble or something like that. I don't know. Thanks, birthday, celebrate. Just because thinking of you. So I've got another celebrate. We're at the end of... not sure with love makes. Okay, time to celebrate. That's, so I think I've got time to celebrate or to a special someone. Or to a very special someone. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay. I definitely feel like I need a vellum layer or something like that for these to sit on, because they're feeling a little in the air at the moment. And my go-to layers at the moment, and for the size that they are would be the branching out dies. I'm kind of leaning towards a special someone, to a very special someone. Yes, I thought that was happy to go with that. It was just kind of, I don't have a baby set as such, so that's kind of where we're sitting. So okay, so I could encase this in here. I could also go the next size up, and I think we might need to go the next size up. Are we happy with the cake or not really? Do the cake. Oh, that's okay, Sue. Do we go single layer cake, or do we use the dinosaur, or do we use the cake? I'd love to hear opinions. Okay. See, I think that one's a little cramped, but I think this is to a special someone. Let's just lay this out. She's ignoring Cheryl. Time to celebrate. Well, you weren't the first one in. Oh, you were the first one in. Hey, Tanya, how are you? Okay, so let's see which one fits better with what we've got going on, because I think that's what it's going to come down to. Okay. I think I do like the smaller one, but I'm going to show you the detail on this. So you get a really pretty detail. And I think vellum will work. I'm not sure about both of these, but anyway. Okay, so see, to a very special someone fits really nicely. Now, the time to celebrate. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Did I see you come in earlier, Margaret? I'm sorry if I missed you. Now, time to celebrate is significantly bigger. Okay, to a very special someone can go here and whoops. Well, they actually both fit. They do both fit. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you vote now that you've seen them both. And I'm going to grab my vellum and we're going to cut. Hey, Susie. I'm going to cut my piece. And I'm going to need the big machine now. No problems at all, Tanya. Never a problem. It's nice to have you here for part of the live. Okay. I can go off to the side. That can go there. Time to celebrate looks better. Yeah, because you can easily lose the to a special someone because it's so fine. Okay, but the question is, that will fit just. Do I stamp it on the vellum directly, or do I hand cut it out, which I have done before? Okay, so that is cut. That die can just live there for the moment. Die plate. She has come to the dark side. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and you don't know until you actually lay everything out. You can like something as much as you do, but until you lay it all out, you really don't know whether it works. Okay, so just going to put these away. Now, I could also lay this on a pretty peacock card base. I'm just now playing. See, doesn't that look pretty? Not that I would use it, it's just I've got the colours here that I thought I would use it. Oh, hey Tess, thank you so much for the super chat. I very much appreciate it. My vellum. I think I do like the dark because it does bring in that colour again. Who would have thought all these colours would work so well together? And I will probably use some smoky slate to ground these so they look like they belong. Yeah. Oh, hey Tess. Cheryl is exactly right, Charlotte. I will back her up there. Definitely the dark side. And I just found a rogue cupcake on the ground. Okay, I dropped this. Do I chance it? I think I'm just going to chance it. I do have... We are going to be very, very bold. It's all good. It will work. I've just got to take some deep breaths. I'm going to stamp this directly as I put my whole finger in there. Just before I do it, this stamp always stamps perfectly. I don't know why I doubted it, but it's more the ink pad. I haven't used it in a while. Yes, exactly, Charlotte. Exactly. So. Oh, it looks so good. Right. Now I've got to let it dry. And this is where we run into issues. But that's okay. It's all good. Okay. Now, ink pad is closed. That's just now a mark. But I do have plenty of pretty peacock on me. So, I think I want to put some dimensionals on these. I don't know if this goes, but I think it's working. I could, Charlotte, but I also do have a fan going right next to me as well. So my heat tool is where my papers were. It was one of the things I knocked over earlier in the video when we were looking at the paper. Okay. Oh. Right. I'm so glad there isn't a camera on my face, so you don't know how I just removed the ink off the end of my scissors. I'm sure I'm going to get some guesses now, but anyway. Okay, I think 3 of these will do nicely for our Sarah dinosaur. Okay, that actually isn't taking too long to dry, because whilst it's a hot day here, I do have a heater fan running next to me because the air conditioner is always too cold. But if I turn it off, then the house gets too hot. So I heat the space I'm in, and there's no humidity. So it's like a perfect dry heat coolness. I'm very bizarre. Okay, and one more to support the candles as well as I can at the top, and maybe count on. There we go. And maybe just one here in the middle. Okay. Rightio. I'm going to leave a great big mess on my desk when I leave. Good. Correct, Charlotte. Absolutely correct. Okay, so I'm going to take the backings off both of these. And I don't know whether the time to celebrate is a little too high, but it is what it is. Okay. So, let me just look at this. I am actually going to set it just in front of the fan here. It's all good. I don't want to run my finger over it. Yeah, I can see that it is a little wet, but if I use the heat tool on it, I am more likely to buckle the vellum, which is something that I really don't want to happen. Okay, so that nestles in really nicely. Not that that cake is straight, but that's okay. It's all good. And then we can put this just a little bit higher here. Okay, so I am just going to put some shadows just around them. I think I'm going to need the dark because we're on vellum. I always go for the smoky slate light, but because we're already on something translucent and you can't actually see what I just put down. So I can add a couple of layers, and I'm being very mindful of where my hands are because I don't want to get my hands near where that ink is. Okay, so that grounding I think definitely helps. More blends that we've used today, but that's fine. I have a little vellum hair all... I have a scratch on my glass mat. Are we surprised? No. Okay. So what are we thinking so far? I am going to stand up because I know how far down my pretty peacock cardstock is. Hey Margine, how are you? No, that's okay, Margine. No problems at all. Oh, sorry, I realise we are totally crooked and off and all the things are happening today. There we go. Let's see if, future me, past me loves me, because, let me see. Just gonna sit down for a sec. No. Oh, that might work. Let me see what else we have. Are these are like mini cards. I've got a score right now. Aha. I do have a side folding card. That is awesome. Oh, thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So, surprisingly, this works perfectly. Soft sea foam and the pretty peacock works so well together. I really think this glue might be done. I've been using it for such a very long time, and I still haven't popped a pin in it to see if it's just blocked, but that's okay. Right, this one is working perfectly. Oh. There we go. So I think because this is being hand delivered, I want to put some dimensionals behind what we're doing here. Now, I didn't think very well, because we have foil on the back of this. The foil places are just bubbling up just a little bit, but hopefully they should go down, because my rule is don't use wet glue with vellum or with foil, because you do see the wet glue underneath, but also because, now let me see, that is almost dry. So I think we are looking for some very pretty embellishments just to sprinkle around. So we could kind of, I'm going to bring this up so you can have a closer look. I think it's coming together really prettily, actually. So we've got the little bit of gold. I've got some options. So that's a little look at it close up. Okay. I just need to remove a card out of here because it's to show later in the month, but it's in there so I can do things with it. I don't think, Now, the holographic resin dots, these have some green in them, which may actually work. Okay, I've got the gold low profile dots here. They would work. We've got the, I think there is enough peach pie on there. I don't want to overload the peach pie. So we've got just some plain clear ones, which will work nicely. I think that's a bit too much. Not Christmas, no, too plain. If anyone has suggestions, you might roughly know if you're here long enough that I have almost all of the embellishments. I say that, but I don't think I've actually got, no, that's Lagoon. I think the only ones I have in Pretty Peacock are, no, okay, and no, and no. Okay, the only ones I have in Pretty Peacock are loose ones. So let me just grab this down, and they're the ones, no, they're not, yes, the loose frosted dots. Oops, as I pour everything out here, let's just put everything back. Oh, I thought one of the containers was open for a second. My heart nearly dropped through the floor. That's a bit hard when I'm on concrete, but anyway. So we have the green ones, which would bring in the soft sea foam. We have the gold ones, which should go with the gold, or we have these ones. So tell me what you think while I have a drink of water. We're doing okay for time. Note I say okay. Could be doing better. Oh, and we've got these, like, these are the frosted iridescent dots. So these are just in clear. So these would kind of be nothing. These ones would be nothing with the sheen. What I can do, because we know gold will look great, but I got the holographic ones and I went, oh, I'm not going to use those. But they do actually work quite well. So what I would do is add a bit of a trio. Also trying to be very careful. So I would add a bit of a trio here, and then I'd probably pop a bigger one or a middle-sized one over I kind of like that blankness there. What do you think? I'll show you up close. And then, there you go. It's still not adhered down for obvious reasons. That'll be the very last thing we do. So what do we think of those? Oops. Try and line it up. Am I actually? I am on live. I'm just a few seconds. Enough. Okay. I can hear that in your voice too, Cheryl. Enough. Enough. Very cute. Okay. So I'm being told to stop. So we've done quite a few things today, and it all started with the planning. Because I was thrown a curveball, what I was originally going to use has sold out in Australia. So if there's ever anything you love that is on the last chance list, you have to buy it straight away, okay? Otherwise, it's gone forever. And I mean, I've got the paper, but I like to show things that you can purchase. So I'm thinking I am going to be a little bit brave. I'm just wondering, I'm not sure I'm actually going to use dimensionals. I am going to use glue dots, okay? Because I can hide some glue dots behind these embellishments. That's why I was kind of thinking of putting a glue dot over there. So I am going to fold it. I'm actually going to make it a little ball here. There we go. A little ball, and hide it right there. And I'm also trying to not put any pressure at all around the sentiment. Okay, and I'm going to put one on this big one here. So then this side is secured. And then we're just going to like pop a couple. And I'm not worried if they fold in half or anything like that, because we've added some height on this side. So just going to add a couple. And I think maybe while we're here, I will stamp a little dinosaur on the inside. And then I, because I'm the one that always has to write, on the inside of the card. Okay, I think we've got enough of these. We didn't disturb the sentiment. We're doing well. Okay. Now I just need... Oh, that's a little too far over. Okay. These are all sticking where I don't want them to. Okay. These two. There we go. So that is the front of our card finished. Oh sorry, I just touched the camera while I was grabbing a card front here. Okay, pop that up the top. Now, what have I done with this camera? Not much. Okay, so I have Sarah. She'll forever be known as Sarah. And because she's on the left-hand side on the front of the card, I'm going to... But if I put her on the left-hand side, she's looking out from... the right-hand side, she's looking out from the card. That's kind of a... Look, we're just going to do it. So there we go. Got plenty of room to write, but that just puts something on the inside. And I'm not just going to write to my cousin. I'm going to write both her and her husband's name on the inside of the card, because they're both having the baby. And the fun thing is, I get to see her at work tomorrow, and I also get to see her at the baby shower. She worked that out last month. She said, I can see you 2 days in a row. She was quite excited by that. So I thought that was quite cute. Where did I put them? Okay, just going to put the glue dots away because they roll off your desk really quickly. How are we going on the dryness of this? We are like 90% of the way there. Now, I'm just going to open this, pop that on there. I'm trying to be very, very, very mindful that that is still slightly wet. Oh my dear word, this card has a score line in it. And I've already put all this down. It must have been for some like fun fold card. And this certainly is not a fun fold card. Whoops. Doesn't matter. It won't fold now that I've actually put an insert on the inside of the card. So for once I have finished the inside of the card, I'm not even going to put it in an envelope because there is going to be a gift bag. So this will be on top. So what have we used today? We started with the Darling Dinos stamp set. We used Peach Pie and Pretty Peacock blends. We did find in the... Oh, my dear word. I'm just going to move the card because we are being very careful here. Okay. When we were looking at papers, we did find the wildflower birthday paper, and we found this awesome cake. And I'm trying to save my die cut sheets. There we go, they are saved. We found this cake. We cut the pedestal off it and we added that. The sentiment for the card comes from, if I can grab it here, the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set. Now this is on the last chance list, so if you don't own it and you would like it, I would recommend you get it now, sooner rather than later. So we placed all of this on a vellum branching out piece, and we ended up using the largest one, and we've got the Wildflower Birthday Soft Sea Foam Designer Series paper piece, as well as the die cut. And then we use the holographic resin dots, yes, I have that name right, just to bring the green to the lighter green to the front of the card, and kind of bridges the gap between the soft sea foam and the pretty peacock. So the pool party is just there. It's just there. We haven't referenced it, and that's okay. And then on the inside, we just, very carefully, we just added the dinosaur stamp, so then I can write a personalized message later. So this is what it looks like up close. Hello, Corinne. Thank you. I'm glad you like this card. So this will go to its recipient on Saturday, or recipients, plural, on Saturday with the gift. Thank you so much for being here and participating in the Let's Choose What Ellen's Going to Use on the card, because that was extremely useful today and I really do appreciate it. I am going to keep this little pedestal, and I do need to retrieve the cupcake and the flower off the floor. I will find them later. But yes, thank you so much for joining me today. All the products I have used are available as of me using them in Australia. So if you have any issues or questions, please either leave a comment or reach out and I will be happy to help. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next Tuesday, where we will be playing with some kits. So I'm going to grab out some kits that I've played with before, and we're going to see what we can do maybe a little bit differently with them. Have a great one. Thanks, girls. Bye.